Hi there, I have a question for you. What would happen if you stopped trying? If you just stopped trying, what would the consequences be? I guess now you're wondering what I mean by that. Stop trying what? Stop trying to work? Stop trying to be healthy? Or just stop trying in a general sense? Well, I will explain. I have been pondering about this for a couple of days now because I've had a cold or a flu or something like that, and I haven't had that in many years actually. So I've been on the sofa for 2 days, feeling sorry for myself. So it's nice to get out. And while I was lying on the couch there, doing nothing, I was wondering, what would the consequences be if I just stopped trying? Well, obviously, health-wise, it would not be good, you know? But in a general sense, are there things we are doing in life, maybe many things, that we could just skip? That we don't really have to do? Is that the case? And if so, why do we stress about these things? Why are we obsessed about these things that don't matter? If you stop trying, the first thing that happens is that you see clearly what matters and who matters in your life. You will probably see that if you spend your days lying on the sofa eating crap, your health really suffers, and your health matters, right? It won't be good for your social life and so on. So there will be some obvious consequences there. But what if, let's say, what if you take a month, 4 weeks, not answering emails? What would the consequences be? Have you ever tried that? I'm not so sure that the consequences would be as catastrophic as many people think. There might be some inconvenient consequences, excuse me, but maybe not as catastrophic as most people would think. My point is that we need to identify what matters in life, and we need to put our time and energy into those areas, and in other areas we should just stop trying. We should stop trying in those areas of our lives where, and I was going to illustrate this with using one of the rocks here, but they are frozen to the ground now. I can't move them. But it's like I wasn't actually going to bang my head against the rocks, but if you, now that you have that image in your head, it's like some things in life, it's like trying to crack a rock open or split a rock with your head, and you keep doing it, and you're only going to hurt yourself. You're not going to split the rock, right? So why should we keep doing it? And there are some areas in life where it won't matter what you do. Some people like to say that it's rigged against us. And you know what? Some things really are. Some things really are rigged against us. In society as a whole, in the workplace probably, and that's just how it is. And instead of being all bitter and so on about that, let's move on, you know, and focus on the things that we can actually change. So yeah, in those areas where your actions won't really matter, I think that you should consider to stop trying and move on, you know. Skål. Cheers. Some chocolate coffee. It's really nice to get out after having spent 2 days practically all of the time inside a house. It's depressing. I need to get out in nature. Nature is a healer. So, skål or cheers. Do I think that we should just give up? No. And if you've seen, if you have been following this channel, you know that I'm not a big fan of that defeatist attitude, where people just give up and they blame everything and anything except themselves. But we need to identify where to concentrate our efforts. And I guess that's what I'm trying to say here, you know. And if I'm slow at getting to the point, you'll have to forgive me. I'm still a little bit. I don't have a fever, but I'm a little bit dizzy in my head after having spent 2 days inside the house. Yeah. Also, I feel very sorry for myself when I have a cold, and I don't get them very often. Didn't get COVID as far as I know. Didn't get the vaccines, and haven't had a cold for many years. So I guess it was about time. But anyway, no, we should, you know, we should try to do our best here in life. But we should also learn to move on. And there are areas in our personal lives, in relationships, and in, I don't like the word career. People generally, they don't have careers, even though they like to call it that. But in life, you know, many areas in life, we should learn when it's time to move on. We should learn to identify when our efforts don't matter anymore, you know. And this is common sense, but the sad thing is that it's very difficult to do, you know. And you might want to hang on to that relationship because of the past. It is very understandable, you know. You might want to hang on to that job because of the uncertainty if you quit, right? So, you know, as I often say, what do I know? I'm just some guy out there in the woods. A quick change of scene. I need to bring some firewood up here now and then. My little cave up here in the old forest. Now, I want to add that I'm not saying or suggesting that you should stop trying and just see what happens, like when it comes to, you know, maybe your spouse, your health, because I think we all know what would happen if you stopped eating healthy, for instance, or you stop giving your spouse or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, attention. It would not, the result would not be good, right? But I think that this idea that we should always try better, we should always work harder, we should always do more, is very toxic, very destructive, because it's not the case that working more will give better results. It's not the case that we should try harder in every area of our lives. So this is more like a way of thinking, a different perspective, if you will, that we should apply now and then. But anyway. Okay, thank you for watching the video. Click subscribe if you want to help the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.